we're kind of focusing on the GI system just to help with constipation, and yoga is such a great way to help get the bowels to move. I didn't plan them in tandem, it just worked that way, but a lot of turning and twisting, but you have to be mindful of the back. And it's more about using the yoga and the postures as sponging. So when you curl and squish in, you're kind of squeezing the sponge out. And then when you lift and lengthen, it makes more space in the abdominal cavity to be able to kind of absorb some of that fluid back in, right? So it's just creating a wonderful circulatory system for the belly cavity. So we're going to be doing some of that stuff. I know it's after lunch, so if you ate too much, just be careful and mindful about how much you're actually squeezing in. And if you start to feel nauseous or crampy, then just back off of those parts of it, okay? We're also going to be using the ball for our strengthening, but I'll modify with a pillow or even show you what you can do with weights if you don't have the ball, okay? So let's get started and take a comfortable seat. When you hear the words, take a comfortable seat, what I would like for your mind to do, almost in a Pavlovian response, is to say, okay, take a comfortable seat. That means I'm transitioning from whatever I was doing before here to yoga, all right? And I'm gonna get in my nice seated mountain pose, feet hip distance apart, scooching forward in the chair if the back feels okay. Knowing that while you're not using your pillow, if you need to have a pillow behind your back to support your lower back, that's a really beautiful option. But we're looking for a long, straight spine. And what I would like you to think about is how you can get the sitting bones rooted, the feet rooted, but from that place, lift as long and tall as you can to make more space in the belly area. And then compare this posture of your seated mountain, all right, like you're a mountain, compared to how you normally might sit. And think about how crunched up and how hard your internal organs have to work in this type of sitting, all right? So that's why it's really nice to give your body a break and come to that seated mountain now and then lift up through the heart, all right? And this helps with the breath too. It not only decompresses the belly, but it decompresses the chest as well. So let's take those wonderful cleansing breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through an open mouth. So breathe in, audible, and in, and in. Invite the eyes to close. And remember that we practice from a place of stability, a place of present moment, just thinking about the next breath, and transitioning from the movement we're in to the next movement, not getting too far ahead of ourselves. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose if that's comfortable for you. And taking that beautiful awareness and attention to your belly. Believe it or not, the belly and all of the neurovascular system within the belly is considered your second brain. It has as many neurons in your enteric, in your belly nervous system as your spinal cord. And it has the job of sending you messages from your belly to your brain. It can tell you when you're distended, when you're just uncomfortable, when you have butterflies, when you're nervous. And when you have those butterflies or when you feel nervous, it sends a message up to your brain and taps into that sympathetic nervous system, that fight or flight. And you can only imagine what happens to the belly when you're in a place of fight or flight. When you're in a place of fight or flight, your belly says, I don't need to digest. I got bigger things to worry about. So the digestion slows down. So practicing your yoga and getting to that other nervous system, the rest, relax, digest. The parasympathetic nervous system helps the digestion to keep moving, helps your body to stay calm. And how do we do that? One of the ways is with the breath. Breathing in through the nose, creating the belly to soften and round, to make a lot of space in your chest, and then lengthening your exhalation. So it's breathing in, pausing at the top of that breath if you can, and then a long and slow exhalation. Sometimes it's called a 4, 5, 8 breath. So if you want to join me and give it a try, if it doesn't feel right for you, just breathe in your own way. But we're going to try this together, if you like, 3 times, all right? So exhale fully, and when you're ready, inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't, it's okay. Just come to your normal breath now. Notice what maybe you need to adjust. And when I say pause, I mean just pause. Don't hold your breath, but neither breathing in or breathing out, just pausing, letting that life prana just distribute to all your cells. So let's try that again. When you're ready, exhale fully, and then inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, take a break. And we'll do that one more time if it feels okay. Exhale fully when you're ready. When you're ready to breathe in, take a nice full breath in. 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top of that breath, either breathing in or breathing out, and then exhale long and slow, twice as long as your inhalation. 7, 8. Good. Oh. And then that will help your nervous system to calm down. Okay, so that's your magic trick for this week. Okay, let's come back to our normal breath and get the shoulders rolling a little bit. So shoulders up, back, down and around. Movement is also so important in your body. And somebody said drink a quart of water. Your colon sucks up a quart of water every single day. So if you drink a quart, that all gets used up, well, let's pretend, by your colon, and then you still need to replace your sweat and your breathing, air loss and all the other stuff, right? Let's just take one shoulder up at a time. So while it's hard to drink water, a quart probably isn't quite enough. So if you're drinking just a few glasses, try to add another glass, just one at a time. Add a little at a time. All right, and then shake those arms out. Breathe in through the nose and out through an open mouth. Good. Now, can you just tap right on the sides of the ribs? If it doesn't feel good to do it that way, just cross your arms and tap at the sides of the ribs. This is your digestive meridian. This helps your digestive system. So this is one of the things I'm going to have my mom do too. Is just give her side ribs a tap to tap into that spleen meridian that helps you to digest. Breathe in through the nose and out through an open mouth. 3 times. And one more, breathe in and out. Good. All right. Shake that out. Okay, let's do just a little bit of face while we're here. So can you give a big smile? Show your teeth. Take the cheeks up through the eyes. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then frown. What's it say? It's 26 muscles or something. All right, surprise, open your eyes wide, lift your eyebrows up, open your mouth wide. Like, oh my gosh. All right, and then pucker, wait for that kiss. And scrunch your nose and scrunch your eyes too, why not? Kiss no one can refuse. Smile. And frown. Surprise. And pucker. Good. All right. Now let's we're going to do just a few E's. E, E. Okay, so we'll take a big breath, go E, up, and then E, down, just to really work those vocal cords. So use your diaphragm, all right? Arms out to the side. Take a full breath in. E. I hear anybody? Breathe in. Okay, now we're going to go straight forward and just in a monotone, we're going to do the vowel sounds. A, E, I, O. You can say them, you don't have to sing them. Full breath in, but loud. Inhale. A, I, O, U. Another breath in. A, I, O, U. Okay. And then we're just going to shout out Happy St. Patrick's Day, okay? So everybody say it together. Full breath in. Happy
St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St.
Patrick's Day.
I hope you all had some corned beef and cabbage or something yummy. All right, take your feet out wide. Make some big circles with your torso. All right, we're starting to stir the pot with a long, straight spine, okay? This is a straight spine, stirring the pot, just to kind of assess what's going on with the spine. And then when you're ready, go the other direction. Good. All right, come forward, keep the feet wide. Stretch the hands out wide and starfish. Take the pinky as far away from the thumb as possible. Now curl in like bear claws, and we're going to do stand smooth next. Fingers are straight and cupped down to the bottom of the hand. So this is what I call baby bird in there now. Now just open the trap, keep your fingers straight, open the trap, let the bird out, and then squeeze. Fling, starfish, bear claw, baby bird, nice straight fingers. Give the bird room, but squish it. No, oh, we gotta let it out. Let it out, and then squish. One more time. Starfish, bear claw, baby bird cage. Let the bird out, straight fingers. See how I've got it kind of like that, and then squeeze, and then fling. And I make some circles with your thumbs, both directions. So while my mom was in the hospital, she was doing a lot of her yoga. So the time you're spending here in your yoga class, you're going to use it in ways you'll never know. All right, thumb to the base of the pinky, slide it up like you're trying to get glue off your finger. So use some pressure. And then down to the ring finger and slide it up. Down to the middle finger. She mostly did those ankle circles and a lot of isometrics with her feet. And then shake those wrists out. Make some circles with loose hands. Now make a fist and extend your arms out long and slower circles in a nice stretch across the top of your wrist. And then point your knuckles down toward the floor, stretch across the top of the back of the wrist, top of the wrist, whatever this part is. Good. All right, shake that out. Okay. Now let's work our spine a little bit more now. So let's start with cat-cow. Now sit in your very best mountain pose. Make as much space as you can in your belly. All right. Your small intestines, if you stretched them out, they would be as long as a minivan. And your large intestine, if you stretched out, would be as tall as a short person, about 4.5 to 5 feet tall. So it's all in there. So give it space. Now draw the belly in, curl in, come into your cat pose. Your hands slide over your knees. Crunch, crunch, crunch. This is a sponge. You're squeezing the sponge, all right? Now lengthen your spine up. Make more space in your belly. Open your arms out to the side. Lift your heart. Stretch your belly. Make space. This is the sponge like sucking up all the water, all right? Now let's do this with the breath. Exhale, belly in, round the back body, chin to the chest. And inhale, lengthen, open the heart. Couple more, exhale, chin to the chest, round your back body, squeeze that sponge. And then when you're ready, take a breath in, stretch your belly out, open the arms out to the side. Can we do that one more time? I can really feel this when, I want you to take use your enteric nervous system, your belly nervous system. Now, when you lift up, I want you to see if you can feel the blood rushing into your organs. We'll lift up. Do you feel a change, a little difference there? If you did, that's you paying attention and listening to your enteric nervous system, your belly nervous system. All right, you got your blocks on either side? All right. And I know this works because when I eat, oh my goodness, I shouldn't have eaten much. I can feel stuff rumbling around. This is a TMI class, but that's okay, we're all friends, right? We're all friends and we're natural, we're human beings with human things going on. All right, so we're just gonna tip side to side. I want your spine to be long and think about your belly, and we're gonna divide it in 4 into what we call quadrants. So right now, when we tip to the left, we're kind of crunching in the left quadrant. And then when we tip to the right, we're crunching in the right quadrant. All right, so on that left side, that left side is where your stomach is, right? And it's also where your descending colon is, where the stuff goes down into the poop chute, right, on the left side. So you squeeze that, you're giving it a little help. If you have reflux, right, stuff coming up through your esophagus, sleeping on your left side will help drain your stomach in a better way. So sleep over on your left side. Now, when you're on your right side, that's the colon going up, the ascending colon, right? It comes from your small intestines up the ascending colon, all right? And then it goes across the top of your belly and then down on the left side to the descending colon. So we're just helping move stuff around when we shift our weight side to side like this. Now, can you stay on your left side? Maybe the arm reaches up over to the side or up overhead. And a little bit more stretch there on the side body. So we're stretching and giving space to the right side, and we're crunching in the left side. So can you imagine like how much those organs are appreciating that? Now turn your torso toward the earth and really scrunch in as you lower your right hand down to your left knee. And really feel that scrunching in the left lower quadrant especially. And you can help it by drawing the belly in, use your belly muscles to squeeze into that left lower quadrant. That's where the small intestines come into the large intestine, the biggest part of the large intestine. So you're just kind of getting stuff to shift and move around there. Good, one more breath. Good, now sit up nice and tall again, come back to center, and then just make some circles. Straighten everything back out, put it where it needs to be. Would you love to be a little camera in there, see what's going on? Oh, okay. So maybe I'm colon focused because this is the month of colonoscopies for me and my husband. All right, so bring your hand over to your other side, and we're gonna crunch into the right quadrant. Take your left arm, maybe fingertips to shoulder, maybe up overhead. All right, find something that works for you so you get a little more intense squishing on that right side. And then turn your torso toward the earth and bring your left hand down to your right knee. Draw the belly in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that space. Use your muscles. You got to keep your core strong too to help with these bowels. Good. Turn back forward and lift back up. Oh, okay. Now we're going to do what's called the coffee grinder. I don't know who made that name up, but what we're going to do is take our feet wide, and we're going to do torso circles, but with the circles, we're not doing the straight spine circle. we're gonna go into cat-cow with this. So you're gonna go into cat, so chin to the chest, go over to the right, lift your heart forward, lift and look up. So come into cow, and then squish back into cat on the left side, round that back over to the other side. So we stay in cow when we're going from the back side, and then lift up into cow, open that heart, and squeeze back in. So it's just a curling up, and when you come forward, stretch it out. Curl it up, nice and slow. Give your body time to know what's happening, and then go the other direction. So curl it up over to the right, to the left, and then lift your heart. And one more time. Coffee grinder. Good. And lift back up. All right, sit nice and tall. Find a breath. Let's bring our feet back into center. Now let's just do a little bit of side to side gentle twisting. So hands across the shoulders, elbows lift. Draw the belly in, so engage your core. You're gonna support the spine with your muscles and your organs, and then just twist side to side very gently. Twist side to side. One direction, then the other. Now, twisting in yogic terms is one of the best ways for digestive health, but when you have osteoporosis or osteopenia or scoliosis or issues with your back, twisting's really not comfortable and it can be dangerous, right? So we have to be really mindful about the amount of twisting that we're gonna do in any given time. Last twist, and then come back to center. Lean back. And stretch your legs out long, so you're trying to get into almost a straight line. And we're gonna do a little belly rub. So like I said, bring your hands low below your belly button. And then you're gonna start going first to the right. I'm not gonna mirror this one, because I don't wanna mix up my belly. So you're gonna go to the right, come up the ascending colon on the right, go across the transverse colon, go to the left and go down the descending colon. So you're making like a clockwise circle on your belly, tracing the large intestine, all right? So we wanna always go the direction that the bowel is intended to empty. So just give yourself a little belly rub. And I don't know if when you rub your belly, if you just naturally go clockwise anyway. And that's kind of an innate way the body knows that's what it wants, so you do that anyway. Our putties are so smart. One more time. And breathe. Good. Okay. All right, let's sit back up. Back forward. And from here, we're going to just work our legs a little bit. So if you need to stay leaning back or support yourself with a pillow or a block behind your back, do so. If you want to test out your core strength, stay away from the back of the chair, all right? Let's start with our feet, alternating heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. All right, and then we're gonna lift that right leg up, hold on to it, give us an ankle circles. The ankle's going, so this is what my mom was doing in the hospital with her feet, and really good to keep the blood flow going. Point and flex, point and flex. But when you're in bed, before you get out of bed, this is a really good thing to do before you stand up, because we know you might have some orthostatic hypotension, right? So blood pressure that tends to collapse when you stand up. All right, can you extend your leg long, press out through the heel of your foot, and then bring that belly, the knee into the belly. So try to squish the belly into the thigh into the belly, trying to get a little bit of pressure now into that belly cavity. Extend the leg long, bend it back in, press the thigh into the belly. So if you have to lean forward a little bit, and then one more time, extend the leg long. When you're in bed, really good thing to do is massage your belly with your thighs. So just one at a time, if you can get both in, try to hold and compress it for at least 15 seconds. All right, lower that down. Sit up tall, make space. Big breath in and one more big breath in. Belly expand. All right, let's go to the other side. So lean back or don't. Make those circles with your ankle. Go the other way. Point and flex. Good. Extend the leg long. Press out through the heel. Lift and spread your toes. And then bring that knee into the belly. Press, press, press. Push your belly into your thigh into your belly. And then again. And one other way you can do that is if you have a recliner chair and you can lift the recliner up and put your feet up on the recliner and then just kind of push your belly into the recliner. That might help. One more time. And press. Good. Okay, lower that down. Get up tall, give it a break. All right, let's do a little flow here now, okay? So this is your agility, brain fitness, as well as core strengthening. You need to lean back, lean back. Take a breath in, arms reach up. As you exhale, arms lower, right leg lifts. As you take a breath in, leg extends, arms reach forward. Exhale, fingertips down, knee lifts. Inhale, foot down, arms reach up. Okay, that's the flow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, arms lower, knee lifts. Inhale, foot forward, arms forward. You can tap your foot on the floor if that's better. Exhale, lower the arms, knee lifts. Inhale, arms lift, foot lowers. Let's do that one more time each time. One more time each leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, march and lower the arms. Inhale, leg forward, fingers forward. Exhale, arms down, knee up. Inhale, foot down, arms up. Exhale, left knee lifts, arms lower. Inhale, legs, fingers forward. Toes. Exhale, knee lifts, arms lower. Inhale, foot lowers, arms lift. Good. And hands down. Nice. Okay. Well, let's do some strengthening. So grab your ball or your weight. We're going to start or your pillow. What I want to do first is get a little bit of strength in the hands. So you could use your block or a pillow with this or your ball. So just rotate the ball in your hand, and I want you to exaggerate twisting your wrist side to side. So you're really doing a turn of the wrist. And squeeze the ball, squeeze the pillow, squeeze the block with your hand. Go the other direction. Elbows are pointing out. Good. All right. Now, press the hands into the ball. Fingers are spread. Elbows are out. Shoulders are soft and down. Squeeze, 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 squeeze the ball. Now lift and lengthen. Full breath in. As you exhale, gently twist to the left. Come back to center. Twist the other direction. Back to center. Keep squeezing. Lift the arms up to the forehead. Back to the chest, and one more time. Keep squeezing. This is working your pectoralis muscle, the muscles of the chest, as well as part of the shoulders. Lower the arms down. All right. Those of you who don't have a ball, you might want to do just some bicep curls here. We're going to use our ball, place it in our bicep area. Palm faces our face. All right. And we're just going to squeeze, squeeze. So you can use your weight if you don't want to use the ball. So one arm I'm showing you with the weight, the other arm I'm showing you with the ball. Yeah, get the same thing from it. All right, it's just a new and interesting way to do it. Other than actually, the ball's pretty hard. Two more. 1 and 2, good. Okay, if you have the ball, place it on your side ribs, right where your heart space is. And stick it under your arm. Your elbow is still bent at a 90-degree angle, palm faces the midline. If you're holding the weight, you're just gonna hold the weight and lift the elbow out and in. If you're squeezing the ball, you're gonna squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. Good. 2 more. And squeeze. Good. Very nice. Let's take it to the other side. All right, so first with the other arm. Use the other arm. We'll do our bicep curls first. We'll either squeezing or weights. Press it into squeezing with your upper arm muscle. If you're using the weight, make sure you extend your arm all the way down long. Good. Squeeze. Try to squeeze and hold that squeeze for just a little second longer than you release. Good. You can squeeze your hand if you want. And last one. Squeeze. Good. Place your hand underneath your on the side ribs under your arm. Elbow is bent. All right. Palms stretched out. We're going to squeeze and release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Good. Couple more. Two more. 1 and 2. Good. All right. Now take the ball, block, or pillow, put it between the thighs. Sit up tall, and we're gonna squeeze the ball with our thighs. So get your feet as close as you can get them. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You're gonna feel the inner thighs working. Keep holding, squeeze, 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 and release. Squeeze, and release. Squeeze. Really working those inner thighs. You might even feel this in your glute muscles a little bit, but you should feel it in your core, all right? When you squeeze your thighs toward each other, it sends a message to your pelvic floor and up to your belly to get all that engaged. So take advantage of that. When you squeeze the inner thighs, let it go to the pelvic floor and up to the belly. 2 more. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Now, what I want you to do is keep it between your thighs, but walk your feet out away from each other and turn your toes in just a little bit, like pigeon toes. This is an exercise called Beyond Kegels. So all of us need a little support with our pelvic floor for, I don't know about you, but when I cough or sneeze, stuff happens, right? As I told you, it's a TMI class. So this will help build the strength of that pelvic floor without you having to know how to do Kegels. And it's equally as good for men as women, okay? So what you're gonna do is squeeze the ball. Now lift your heels. Keep squeezing. And I don't know if you notice, if you can take your attention to your pelvic floor, all right? And just feel the tension, kind of the heat building up in that area. And then release. And let's try that a few more times. In order to get, so lift the heels, squeeze the ball. In order to get the benefit, you have to do a lot of these, okay? You have to do these and some other things to help strengthen the pelvic floor. So probably in the summer, I'll be teaching a pelvic floor class that ties it all together, but this is a good one. Squeeze, lift the heels, squeeze, 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 and release. Let's do 2 more. Squeeze, lift the heels. If you can even do like 10 of these 3 times a day, that's off to a really good start. And it's equally as important to relax as it is to squeeze. So you get to rest in between. 1 more. Squeeze and lift the heels. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep the spine long. Good. All right. Whew. Feel that? All right. Let's put our foot on the pillow, ball, or block. The ball is more challenging. This is where it really comes in to help you with core strength. So what I'd like you to do with your foot on the block, I've got my right foot on the block. My knee is at a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna squish the ball with my foot. Squish, 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 squish. Engage the core. So now draw that belly in. Hinge back just a little bit and lift my opposite knee and reach the arms forward. This is a huge core strengthener. Keep pressing your foot into the ball and release. Take a break. Whew. All right, let's try that again. Squeeze the ball with your foot, draw the belly in, hinge back just a tip, just a smidge, and lift the foot if you can. Reach the arms if you choose. That just adds a little more leverage. What happened? Did you stop squishing the ball? Keep squishing the ball. You're feeling the hip strength, the hip flexor strength, and the core working, and this leg. So that's a really good one. All right, if you're barefoot and you have a ball and you want to give your foot a little massage, this is your treat. Your treat, massaging the ball. If you have a foot rubs ball and you'd rather use that, you could do that too.
Under your foot.
It feels good on the foot, doesn't it? Love this. All right, extend your leg long now. Your heel is now on your ball block, or that's all, pillow. Hands on the thighs, lengthen, roll the shoulders back. You're gonna hinge from your hip crease. So we're not rounding, we're not crunching our belly, right? We're keeping it long and then hinging forward. Press the heel into the ball, pillow, or block. Toes up toward the nose. Press with your muscle energy, press the thigh bone down. This is a leg strengthener as well as a hamstring stretch, calf stretch, and Achilles tendon stretch, foot strengthener. This is a good one too. Lift back up, take a breath, press the heel down, press the thigh bone down, lengthen, hinge, ooh, big stretch. Takes your brain 20 seconds to recognize the stretch. So we're gonna stay here another couple secs and then lift back up. Give that foot a break and let's go to the other side. So first we're gonna do our core strengthener, okay? All right, foot's on the ball. Press the foot down. Draw the belly in. Hinge back. Lift the foot if you can, you don't have to. Reach the arms forward if you want to. You may even want to take them up overhead. That's a lot. If you feel this in your lower back, then back off. I'm really feeling this one in my core, and then lower back down. You should feel it right here in your hip flexor, as well in your core, as well as in pressing that foot down. Lengthen, press the foot down, draw the belly in, hinge back, lift the foot. If you want, arms go wherever you would like them to go. You choose. Or you can go back and forth with the arms. How fun is that? Well, I'm starting to sweat. Ugh. All right, I'm going out to dinner tonight. So now I got a shower. Guys are making me sweat. All right, roll the foot on the ball. Give yourself a massage. And then extend the leg long. Press the heel into the ball. Press the thigh bone down. Lengthen. Try to keep the legs still if you can. That's hard, especially if your leg's trembling, right? And then hinge forward. Keep pressing the heel down. So if you don't have a ball, it's probably worth I just bought my sister who had the stroke. I bought her 2 of these balls from Amazon. They were like $7.95. They came in 2 days. And they were called, I think they were called Pilates balls. Lift back up. And they're about an 8 to 9 inch diameter, right? Would you say? But you can do a lot of stuff with these balls. Okay, breath. Good. And then lift back up. All right. Bring the ball back to you. All righty. Let's set the ball down for now. What am I missing? Okay, so if you remember, we did the twisting, the bicep, the deltoid, right? And we did the quads, we did the pelvic floor, and then we did the leg strength. Okay, so that should all be on your video. But that in and of itself, if you just fast forward to the ball stuff, that would be good for you. Okay. All right, let's just take a moment to find our breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we'll just do a little bit of agility with our coordination and brain fitness with our feet and our arms, okay? So make sure you have space. All right, let's open our hips up first. So take your right leg out to the right side. Hand on the inside of the thigh and press it open. So you feel a nice stretch in the inner thigh. You're on the tiptoe so that you move the leg shaft from the top of the leg bone, not from the ankle or knee. All right, lower the foot down and come on the heel of the foot. That's going to help protect the knee as you bring the knee inward to the direction of the opposite calf. And you should feel a nice stretch on the outer thigh and outer hip. And you're trying not to rotate. You're trying to keep your belly button pointing forward. Okay? That hurt anyone's knee? Hope not. All right, lift that leg back up. Take the left leg out on tiptoes, sit up tall, press the knee open. If you want to hinge forward a little bit, you'll get a bigger stretch in that inner thigh. Much bigger stretch. Come to think of it. All right, ooh, yeah, baby. Lift up, put your foot flat, lift the toes up now. Doing that supports your knee, so maybe that's why your knees didn't hurt. Bring the knee in the direction of your outer leg, and that's a good stretch for the outer thigh. These hips can be persnickety, right? All righty, now pick the leg up and just rock it back and forth, or you can tap it. Just want to get some movement in that hip socket. Go both directions. You can lift it. Good. You can lean back and do this too. All right, let's go to the other side. Tapping it is fine. No shame in the modified game. Other direction. All right. Now we're ready for some agility. Take it all out. Okay, let's start with the right leg. We're going to go heel, toe, flat, flat. All right, we'll go heel, extend heel, tap the toe, heel, toe, two more, heel, toe, heel, toe. 4 claps, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, other side. Heel and toe, heel and toe. Feel that quad working. Feel the range of motion in the knee, toe, 4 claps. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna take this right leg out to the side. So tap out, try not to turn your whole body. Just open it up as far as it will go. Out and in, out and in, out and in, out and in. No arms. Other side. Out and in, out and in, out and in, out and in. Okay. So now we'll put it together with heel, toe, heel, toe. We're going to swing our arms while we're doing it. Okay, so if you want to get the arms swinging, let them be free and easy. All right, next time what arm is it? Left arm is forward, extend your right heel and toe. Heel, opposite arm leg, toe, heel and toe, heel and toe. Now clap, 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 clap. Gotta work our opposite arm leg again. So now right leg, whoop, I did it wrong. Left leg goes, right arm forward. Heel and toe, Heel, see that opposite arm leg movement? Heel and toe, heel and toe. All right, now we're gonna go take the left arm, right leg out to the side, okay? We're gonna go out and then cross your arm over and tap your shoulder, bring your leg in. Out with the arm, opposite arm, leg, cross the midline. That crossing the midline is so good for the brain. Anytime you cross the midline, you're getting the right and left brain to work together. One more time. Okay, other side. Left leg out, right arm out. Take it out and in, cross that shoulder, take it out and in, out and in, one more, out and in, good. Feet together, knees apart, just because it feels good in those outer hips. All right. And then last thing we'll do is scoot forward in the chair and reach for the back of your chair. Roll the shoulders back and hinge forward. Get a really good stretch across the front of the shoulders, right here, and the chest. Really nice stretch. Very good. Remember when I think I showed you how to do it in a doorway? Can I show you how to do it in a doorway? All right, lift back up. I'm just going to remind you one time. Don't make fun of my closet. All right. Arms are down by the door jamb, and you start to hold on to this, as you're coming through, you hold on to the door jamb with your palms, and then you just walk through and lean, keep walking through. Don't lean into it because you don't want you to fall. Just walk through, but leave your arms behind. And that gives you a really good stretch across your arms, shoulders, okay? Now your arms are low, they're not high. They're not up high, they're down, by your waist. Okay, so try that this week too. And I feel a huge stretch all in through here even. So I must be tight in my wrist area. Okay, and I'll tell you why I'm tight. Because a stupid Fitbit, if you don't walk enough, you can go like this, you can pound your and it'll count steps. So I'm constantly doing this. That's why I'm tight in here. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's put a block in front, and if you want to put your feet on the block and take your knees away from each other, lean back in the chair. Oh, I did that. Just get yourself comfortable.
Block under a blue one under the bed.
The block work, but you don't have to use the block if you don't want to use it, if it doesn't feel. This is supposed to be more relaxing for you. If it's not, then don't do it. Or if you need your 2 blocks, if you need a block for each foot. And then maybe just a couple nice circular rubs on the belly. Clockwise, remember, starting low and going clockwise on the belly. Up the colon, across and down. All right, and then we'll just stop. You can rest your hands on the belly or on your thighs. And just take a couple more cleansing breaths to release any lingering tension. You have a good workout today. So enjoy a couple minutes of relaxation as you just move through the body. Just take yourself on a little tour in a landscape of your body, soften any areas that are tight or tense. Starting with the scalp, if you can just imagine somebody massaging your scalp and just allow the scalp to just not be so tight over your head. Let your eyes feel heavy in the socket. Distance between your teeth and your jaw can relax. And a wave of relaxation go across the shoulders and down the arms, all the way out the fingertips. up in the upper back, middle back, and lower back. Across the front of the body. Easy breathing with the ribs. Easy digestion of the belly. Full breath in, big breath out as you let go of anything that it just doesn't serve you. All the stuff you have to hear and see and the food you have to digest, just let's let the body do its job. Paying a little more special attention to the belly, the mind, the brain of the belly. Bringing back your awareness of when you sense fullness. When you're 5 years old is when you lose the ability to sense your own fullness because you may have had parents that told you to finish your plate. So you stopped listening to your belly and started listening to your eyes. See if you can go back to listening to your belly, paying attention, eating mindfully, not using any electronics or watching TV while you're eating, but paying attention to the food. Any gratitude for how it got to your table, all that it took to get there, gives it an extra value.
They can't hear you. I think you're muted.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So when you feel ready, come back into this space. First, with the breath, take a nice full breath in. Long, slow breath out. Remember the magic tool of the long extended exhalation to tap into the rest, relax, and digest nervous systems. Always available for you. So just in review, the mindful practices of eating, the mindful practice of paying attention to your second brain, paying attention to when you're full, all the signals your belly gives you if you're nervous, and how you can use that breath to calm that nervous system. When you feel ready, just wiggle fingers and toes, roll your shoulders, Move your body in whatever way feels good for you. Take a nice breath in as you reach the arms up overhead. Give yourself a big hug, pat on the back for doing a good job. And then hands together in front of your heart. And know that all the light and love in my heart honors the same light and love in each of yours. And bow your head to honor your own practice. And then blink your eyes open and look at your group. Look at your Sangha and greet each other with namaste.
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 Namaste, everybody.